Wendy Williams has definitely made her return to the spotlight with a vengeance, and it looks like she's not holding back when it comes to Diddy. She recently came out of retirement to go after him hard, expressing her disdain for his behavior and calling out the drama surrounding his name. From the sound of it, Wendy is not here for Diddy's antics and has been vocal about her grievances with him in a way that only she can do. To understand why Wendy Williams and Diddy are at odds, we have to go back a bit. They actually used to be on good terms. Back in the early 90s, before Diddy became the mogul he is today, he and rapper Heavy D organized a charity basketball game. Tragically, the event turned into a disaster, with a stampede that led to 9 deaths and 29 injuries. On top of that, there were accusations that the funds meant for AIDS charities never made it to the intended organizations, which sparked a media storm. Wendy, however, defended Diddy at the time, saying it was a misunderstanding and that he deserved a chance to make things right. But things seem to have taken a turn for the worse between the two. Word on the street is that Wendy allegedly came across a compromising photo of Diddy during a trip to Cancun. The photo was set to show a situation where someone was pulling down Diddy's pants, which apparently didn't sit well with Wendy. After this incident, their relationship seemed to have soured, and Wendy became more critical of Diddy. Now, with all the lawsuits and controversies surrounding Diddy, particularly with people coming forward to accuse him of sketchy behavior, Wendy appears to be ready to dish out the drama. It's clear that Wendy doesn't plan on holding back this time. She's got no issue calling Diddy out, especially with the rumors about him trying to take her out being confirmed. Whether it's personal history or recent events, Wendy's come out of retirement to deliver the messy details. And it seems like Diddy's name is at the top of her list.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was gonna reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture, because for some reason, he never went into detail about that.
We were in Cancun, and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? And this is all it was, bruh. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull us down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay, something like that. And she was gonna put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
As if the alleged photo drama wasn't messy enough, there are now rumors suggesting that Diddy might have gone even lower. Word on the street is that Diddy allegedly tried to have Wendy Williams jumped by members of his girl group, Total. This adds another layer to the already intense tension between the two. If these rumors are true, it paints a picture of just how far Diddy may have gone to silence Wendy or retaliate for her outspoken criticism. It's safe to say that this feud is reaching new heights of drama and intrigue. 3. Wendy Williams actually spoke about this incident in an interview a couple of years before she retired from TV, and she was clearly still salty about it. She didn't hold back when recalling the alleged attempt by Diddy to have her jumped by members of his girl group, Total. Wendy made it clear that the whole situation left a bad taste in her mouth, and she wasn't shy about airing her grievances. It was just one more reason for her to stay firmly in her stance against.
I remember I got off the air one day and them Total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through now. I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those.
It's no surprise that Wendy Williams and Diddy's relationship never stayed the same after all the drama. Wendy doesn't take kindly to anyone trying to play her. And if you've seen how she handled things with her ex-husband Kevin Hunter and his mistress Sharina, you know Wendy knows how to clap back. So when Diddy allegedly tried to send his girl group, Total, after her, Wendy wasn't about to back down. Instead of silencing her, it only made her come back stronger, turning up the heat and spilling even more tea as her way of getting back at him. A few months after the alleged run-in with Total, Wendy went straight for the jugular. She leaked a photo of Diddy's son, Justin Combs, hanging out with none other than Suge Knight, Diddy's biggest rival. It was a massive blow to Diddy, considering the already intense and public animosity between him and Suge, especially during the peak of the East Coast versus West Coast rap beef. Wendy knew exactly how to stir the pot and make things even worse for him. But it wasn't just the Suge Knight connection that added fuel to the fire. Around this time, Diddy was also dealing with his own drama regarding Justin and his mother, Misa Hilton. Diddy was publicly denying he was Justin's father, accusing Misa of trying to pin another man's baby on him. His massive ego couldn't handle the thought of his son being linked with Suge Knight, especially considering how tense things were between the two. And if things couldn't get worse, rumors were already swirling about how Diddy allegedly treated Misa behind closed doors. According to sources, it wasn't pretty. There were claims that Diddy was physically violent toward her, and it wasn't a one-time incident. It sounded downright brutal. Wendy, of course, was all too aware of the drama and used it to fuel her own vendetta, adding even more pressure on.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Did he have anything to do with that?
I think that he had, yes, I think he had, well, let's be clear, nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time, and God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, there was a powerhouse. So was he, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, I want this chick off?
According to reports, the reason Misa was even with Suge Knight in the first place was that she needed financial support to take care of Justin, since Diddy wasn't stepping up. Ironically, Diddy was offended when the photo surfaced, even though if he had done right by Misa and his son, none of this would have happened. After the picture leaked, Diddy's response was to attack Wendy, going after her relentlessly every chance he got. Wendy's now ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, also spoke about this in an interview, revealing just how close Diddy came to ruining Wendy's life and career during this time.
My thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're gonna pop up on the scene. Like he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing.
Wendy Williams was as stubborn as they come, and she wasn't about to let Diddy off the hook. She continued to go after him hard, never backing down. In fact, she was one of the first to see through Diddy and realized he wasn't the good guy he tried to portray himself as. Wendy always kept her ear to the streets, and she could see straight through Diddy's nonsense. When Cassie finally broke free from his grip, Wendy wasn't buying Diddy's public romantic stunt for a second. Remember when Diddy went all out with that public plea, professing that Cassie was his one true love, claiming he couldn't live without her, and throwing out heartfelt apologies? To most people, it might have seemed sweet, but Wendy saw it for what it really was, damage control. She had some interesting insights into the breakup, hinting that there was much more going on behind the scenes in their relationship than anyone realized. Wendy's take on the situation was that Diddy's public display was just a cover-up for the real issues he had with Cassie.
7 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Right. Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done, doo-dah day.
How you doing? See, she still got it. Wendy.
Oh my God.
Hey.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right. This is just the first step of many.
As Wendy said, Diddy is done, and as I said, she's living for the drama. Fans had a lot to say about her return to the spotlight, flooding the comments with things like, Wendy Williams still got it, and she said Diddy's done, and it's about time. They couldn't get enough of Wendy's sharp insights, with one comment saying she still knows things, and another joking, get her chair, a camera, and the baby mama chart now. Wendy's comeback is clearly sparking excitement and fans are loving it, but it also raised some questions. One fan asked, what did you know, Wendy, and when did you know it? Followed by, why did you tell anyone sooner? It's a fair point, considering the long-standing issues with figures like Diddy, Epstein, and Weinstein. People often only speak out when the story is already public. Fans are left wondering why we couldn't have had our Diddy stun moment years ago. So, what do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check
that for you. Cause
Misha was out there. She was messing with the dude from EPMD. That's why Puff first beat her ass.